I am Jeff Laramie. I am the president of SRO Artists Incorporated. We are a booking agency. The company is based in Madison, Wisconsin. I call it Fourth Coast. There's New York, there's LA, there's Nashville, and then there's Madison. I incorporated the company in 1980. So that gives me some longevity here at 36 years. I'm what you might call a lifer. This is pretty much all I've ever done.
What kind of artists do you represent?
Well, it's really changed over the years. The current profile, we are very much a variety agency. We handle a lot of world music and global-based artists and projects that are fairly large-scale projects. The Nile Project from East Africa has been a big project for us lately. Also, should I name artists? Altan from Ireland, Johnny Clegg from South Africa, the Chinese Acrobats from China, and the list goes on and on. Altogether, about 28 artists on our roster. We also have what I would call an Americana sort of division of Loudon Wainwright, the late Dan Hicks, the Carla Bonoff, the California Guitar Trio, newly signed The Sweet Remains, and then we have a sort of another division, which is even more commercial, where we handle some what I would call classic rock artists. The Dark Star Orchestra, who recreate Grateful Dead shows in their entirety. We have a Zeppelin show, Get the Lead Out, and another show that handles classic albums. And we have also had a Pink Floyd show in there. And those are more of our commercial things. So really, as you can see, we're almost in divisions. And that's sort of spread out with the agents and the staff that we have.
How many people do you have on staff?
Well, right now, we're at 3 agents and 4 support. So we're a staff of 7, and we're based in Madison, but Anne-Marie Martins, who's an agent for us, lives in Benicia, California, which is basically San Francisco.
And that works just fine?
Our computer system works in such a way that we're virtual, and we can have virtual offices.
And in order to manage communication and facilitate your flow of communication between you all and presenters, do you utilize any kind of special software to track that communication or remind you of?
Oh, absolutely, we do. And we actually, as a company, we developed a program way back called EasyBook, when it was a flat file system, when you had the orange screen, and which was a little booking agency program, and we may have been one of the first little booking agency programs. Very simple, but it was a database, and you could track and type letters and keep track of them, and send contracts and keep track of them. It was even before email. And as the changed through the years, we sort of updated the style of what we were using to new software. We currently use a program called Goldmine, which is a contact management. And it's real slick, tracks history and makes groups and sends emails and keeps track of things and calendars and so on. But then only just a few years ago, we probably went through our 4th time of redoing our computer system, and we have a very slick system now called Intrasect, which is what I would call 3-dimensional, so that artists can come into our system and view and see calendars and download contracts, and it's all paperless. They can see their map of the tour managers can log in, and publicists can log in. The whole team can have their own individual login without seeing financials. We can import in from our side of things. It's virtual. It's on your phone. It's a very cool system. And it was the one piece that was missing. Everything from us was working on our end, but not working from the artist side. And hopefully soon, with the next development of it, we'll even have presenters come into our system and be able to view calendars in real time and choose dates and send. We can communicate back and forth with them. And so we found that without that kind of technology, it's impossible to keep moving at the pace we're doing.
And on the presenter side, are there some software sites or services, online services, that they are using to track ticket sales, attendance, these kind of statistical numbers, and maybe the agents are also looking at?
Well, I'm probably not as up on that. I know that some presenters use Patron Manager to, they'll have their own software for pick a seat and sell tickets and deliver information to their, their town or their buyers. But as far as them interfacing with a booking agency, I don't think there is any such software that allows them, and except for maybe something like a Polestar or Celebrity Access, where they're accessing information of how to find us and what our rosters are and what our tour schedules are. And that's a central database system that's a whole nother company that is a news and information organization. It started out as a magazine, and then it became an online magazine, and then data, and it's all cross-referenced. I can go in and actually we send after a show is played and you've sold so many tickets and you've grossed so much money, you can send that data to Polestar, and then they track it. So now you, the presenter, can go into Polestar and you can say, well, how many shows has this artist played? Well, they've played 400 shows, and here's the average gross, and here's the average tickets that they've sold. And so you now have online data.
And track all this data.
Yeah. I use Polestar every day. I use it to track even my own artists as information on how they performed and how many tickets they sold. We do a report after every show so that a presenter can then look in and see how many shows they've played, what their average ticket price is, and we don't have to just tell them something. They can see that data themselves. It also is a way to find venues. You can use the system to you can say, I'm looking for venues in St. Louis, I'm looking for performing arts centers and casinos, I want them to be 1,000 seats, and it'll immediately give you the information of all those venues. And then when you click on the venue, it'll usually have the contact name and the phone number and the email, and then you can click on the history of that venue. Now you see how this continues, and you can see the schedule at that venue. Now you can say, well, who are they booking? And then you say, well, that's interesting. This person's playing there. I wonder where else that person is playing. And then you click that artist. Now you have that artist's itinerary, and you can see how data can be cross-referenced. And Polestar is really the industry bible for that.